Is racism a public health crisis? The Hennepin County Board and local health officials are saying yes, it is, and it is something we need to be addressing right now. Now, in our digital dive, I'll explain what this means and why health officials are now shining a light on this topic and this issue right now. Now, the Hennepin County Board says that due to racism, Black, Indigenous, and people of color have suffered deep disparities. Things like earning less money and less access to education and health care, to name a few. Dr. Mike Aylward is a pediatrician and the president of the Minnesota Doctors for Health Equity. He says what he calls racist policies, systemic inequalities in housing, access to transportation, food deserts, and health care. Dr. Aylward tells us racism not only impacts people mentally, but physically.
We know that there are facts of the matter, and those are that our Black communities, our Indigenous communities, our brown communities have shorter life expectancies, have increased rates of cardiovascular disease and cancer and obesity and diabetes.
Yeah, he says health disparities in Minnesota is not a new issue, but they've become even more obvious in the wake of the coronavirus and protests following the killing of George Floyd. Dr. Aylward says it became clear that racism is something that is on people's minds and is a significant health issue that we're facing not only here locally, but across the country. So what next? Well, Dr. Aylward says we all need to play a role in making a systemic change when it comes to racism by using our voices, our power, and our privilege to spark some real change, Gia.
Yeah, Alicia, this goes along with our conversation we had with author and trauma specialist Resmaa Menakem yesterday. I posted our full interview with him on our Sunrisers Book Club page, but he did talk about racial trauma and how it impacts the body, and he gets into, Black people and diabetes and all of that. It was a really fascinating conversation, so I encourage people to go check it out.